All right, so let's start with the obvious. Caitlin Clark's broadcasting debut was a massive success. The game itself pulled in huge numbers. Now, you can't give Caitlin all the credit for that, of course. It was a big NBC broadcast with major teams involved. But there's no question that a lot of people tuned in specifically because she was there. Headlines were everywhere the next morning. And somehow, Payton Pritchard's name was trending more than it ever has in his career. Even Caitlin's Indiana Fever teammates jumped in and gave her major props for how she handled herself on TV. But one of the most interesting parts of this whole thing? Caitlin Clark's sense of humor. Because she didn't just accept the moment, she trolled it. So here's what happened. During the Celtics versus Mavericks game, Payton Pritchard hits a buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter. And Caitlin reacts by dropping a few smirking emojis on the highlight. That was it. No long statement. No rant. Just emojis. And that made it even funnier. Now, to be fair, Payton Pritchard is actually a solid player. He can score, he can shoot. He's not some random bench guy. So it's not like Caitlin was being compared to a nobody. But the reason it went viral is simple. We're used to hearing Caitlin compared to legends. Steph Curry, Diana Taurasi, all-time greats. So hearing Payton Pritchard in that conversation just felt different. And that's exactly what Sophie Cunningham talked about next. On her podcast, Sophie Cunningham broke it down perfectly. She said Caitlin did an amazing job. She looked natural. She knows the game inside out. No surprise there. But about the comparison, Sophie made it clear Reggie Miller didn't mean any harm. He was actually praising Caitlin all night. It just wasn't the best comparison for a generational player. Even Sophie said she doesn't think Caitlin took it personally. It was just one of those off-the-cuff comments that accidentally went viral. And honestly, that's exactly what it was. Reggie meant well. The internet just ran with it. Then Lexie, Caitlin's actual teammate, was asked if she had any critiques. Her response? No notes. She was amazing. Now here's where things get crazy. This wasn't just a viral moment. The numbers backed it up. The broadcast averaged around 4.5 million viewers. That made it the most watched Sunday night NBA regular season game since 2002, excluding Christmas. Let that sink in. Lakers versus Knicks, two massive markets, plus Caitlin Clark on the broadcast. That combo delivered record-setting viewership. It was even one of the most watched NBA games of the entire season. And NBC noticed, which brings us to what NBC's president had to say. NBC President Rick Cordella was asked directly if we're going to see more Caitlin Clark on TV. His answer? Absolutely. He said Caitlin is already part of the Comcast family through her Xfinity deal. She enjoyed being on set, and the network loved working with her. She even played a game of horse with Jamal Crawford on air. And according to the behind-the-scenes story, that wasn't even planned. They were only supposed to play once. Caitlin lost the first game and immediately said, "No, best of 3, run that back." She refused to leave on a loss, which tells you everything you need to know about her mindset. And that's really the final takeaway here. Caitlin Clark didn't just show up and read lines. She was funny. She was competitive. She was authentic. This wasn't some random celebrity appearance. It was Caitlin in her natural habitat, basketball. And that's why it worked. People didn't just tune in for entertainment. They tuned in because they genuinely want to see her in any basketball setting, whether that's the WNBA, Team USA, or even a TV studio. The critics have spoken. The numbers have spoken. And now the networks have spoken too. This won't be the last time we see Caitlin Clark on national television.